everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today is a much needed August reset video. I don't know about you, but it's getting to be the end of summer. My house is I see the cats coming out of the kitchen looking very suspicious. What was I saying? I don't know about you, but summer is coming to a close and I just need to reset my house in general to get ready for the school year. Not looking forward to it. I also need to, let me actually just write the stuff down because I don't know about you, but if I don't make a list, it doesn't happen. I need to clean the living room, so let's just add that first. There is just stuff strewn about all over the place and it needs a good cleanup. I also need to clean up these shelves, so we need to do that too. I've gotten some books, I'll show you what I got, and I've just kind of laid them where I think they should go, but they might not actually, that might not actually be their home. Oh, my plants also need to be watered and some need to be repotted. I don't know if I'll do the repots today, but at least show you my watering of all the plants and then also which ones have died and which ones have made it. Because I have actually unalived a few. So there's that. And then we definitely need to make an August TBR. I've been watching August TBR videos this morning while working. So it's reminded me that I need to do my own. Also, what I need to do is look at my calendar for my content. I'm pretty sure it is completely blank. I think that's a good start to what I need. I do need to actually film a couple other videos. I'm getting really behind. But you know, whatever. If it doesn't get done, it doesn't get done. So we're gonna start on this first. Let's get to cleaning. I have about an hour because it's my lunch hour. So let's just get started right now. That's the troublemaker right there. Always, it's always you. Now that I'm sweaty, this fan needs to go higher for sure. Okay, so I didn't clean things up like amazingly clean. It's honestly, I just picked up all the clutter and vacuumed a little bit. While I was vacuuming, I realized I probably shouldn't do that yet because I'm gonna be making a mess repotting all my pots. So I'm gonna hold off on that. I've decided to hold off on the repot because it actually needs some soil for some of the plants. So I showed you some of the books that I got this month. I don't get too many books usually, but I have been buying way too many lately, honestly. I bought all these books a long time ago and they just started coming in, so is it really my fault that I keep buying them? It is. Let's do our August TBR. Again, let's make another list together, because why not? I seem to do really good with lists. So first, I guess we'll do book club books. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's gonna drive me nuts, so I guess we'll just put it on 2. So, book club. I actually have 2, well, I have technically 3 books, but one of them I'm never gonna know about early. My first book club book is gonna be with Crystal for our Mood Readers book club. We are reading Heat of the Everflame. Finally. I don't know why I signed up for this gigantic book, but we're gonna read it. We're gonna read it at the end of the month. I'll put the date here when I remember what it was. I'm pretty sure it was like the last weekend of the month, but I'm not entirely sure. And then I think it's this month. I'll have to check with Steph and Jenny, but they invited me to read a horror book. And the book that it was called, I found the audiobook of it. It's called I Was a Teenage Slasher. So I'm actually gonna read that one. I'm pretty sure it's this month. We'll have to check with them. So there's that book. I have arcs. Let's look up the arcs that I have. I have 3. I think I have 3. Here's my NetGalley shelf. I know His to Love comes out like on August 1st, and I haven't read that yet. So it's gonna be late, but I'll read it. And then I have, what else? What else? I know there's like 2 historicals. Haha. I have Hot Earl Summer, which I think comes out on the 6th. It's earlier in the month. So I have that one to read. And then I also have How to Fall for a Scoundrel. That's later in the month of August from Kate Bacon. I'm so excited. So yeah, they have that one. What else am I gonna read? Weird Ass Romance Book Club. I don't know. Let me see what I have. I think I want to read Forked. I think I want to read Forked. We'll see what Maggie says. Let me see. I am so sweaty now after cleaning. As you can see, I have 95 books in our Weird Ass Romance book club. Yes, I do call it weird shit romance because that was originally what I was gonna call it. Oh, the other one we have is Faulty. It's this same book that wrote the Rake book. Wrote this one with a Furby, and I don't know. I kind of want to read it. There's also Corn Daddy. Somebody has said I should read. We still have some books in here that we've already read. Oh, I really want to read Airpeen, but I don't know. Again, I think Forked. I'm gonna try and tell her that I want to read. So there's that. Oh, we'll just put a big old question mark. Those books we decide pretty much like the day or 2 before we do the live show. So I'll let you know when the live show is. Again, I'll have to ask Maggie because I don't know. But I love that book club because you don't have to read anything in advance. You can either show up and read it with us or don't. But if you show up and read it with us, just know that it's gonna be a good time. We're gonna laugh the entire time. Like that is the whole goal of that book club, is just have a good time and laugh, okay? If my face doesn't hurt after that live show and I don't have a headache, then goal was not achieved. So yeah, that's not a lot of books, honestly, for me to read this year. I'm already currently in the middle of 2. So I'll put those here. Cart of Night and Fire. That's my like work audiobook. So I read it pretty slowly, honestly. That one is by Nisha J. Tooley. That one is like an Indian culture mythology type of book, and she is locked away in a cottage for most of her life, and she's told not to use her powers, and she doesn't know why. And then one day she escapes, and she escapes to this magical city, and she wants to help them fight these monsters, and then she falls for the general. And so far I'm really enjoying it. And then the other book that I'm reading this month that also, like, it's a 5 stars. Like I'm only 40% of the way through and already 5 stars. Quicksilver. I'm reading Quicksilver right now. That is my book that I read every night. It's a long one. It's like almost 700 pages. So good, so antagonistic. The guy is the total jerk, like the hero, complete asshole. I love it. I love it. He's not wrong, but he's a total asshole. And I just am living for it. She's a thief, which, you know, I love a good thief heroine. And yeah, he is a fae that is kind of going mad. And so far they have to work together, and it's just like, they're not really enemies. I wouldn't even say they're enemies. They're just very antagonistic. Like makes a bargain with her at some point, and she doesn't, you know, she doesn't know the details of it, or she just kind of is like, oh yeah, whatever. And he's like, this is your lesson, that you should always make sure you say what you mean. It is so good. There's also like a pet companion, that's a fox. So far I'm in love with that whole book. Like, it's definitely, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a 5 star. As long as it doesn't do anything too stupid, I'm gonna be reading that. Also, ooh, one other book. Also, my traveling book that I do with Maggie's Patreon. My book this month is Ballad of Sea and Sky. So I need to go through and annotate this one for the girls and then pass it along. This one is about a sulky mermaid. I don't know. To me, it looks like it's about a mermaid. Becky hated this book because it's not a true selkie, but I don't really even know what a selkie is. So I don't know that I will hate it for that reason, but it's a beautiful book. And I have wanted to read this for a while now, so can't wait to see what it says. It says something about an enemy siren. Maybe she's just a siren. She's not a selkie or a mermaid. I don't know. We'll find out. Ballad of Sea and Sky. So how many books is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's only 8 books. Should we do 2 random books? What do you guys say? Some of these books are pretty long, but I'm already in the middle of 2 of them. So let's go ahead and do 2 random books with a spin wheel, because I love my spin wheel. Hang on. Okay, so we have a spin wheel, and let's see what we get. Okay, let's see what we get. Monster romance again. I think last time it picked a monster romance for me. So let's see what monster romance I can find. What do I want to read? No, wait, is that a monster romance? No, it's not a monster romance. Shoot, I really want to read the Goldie and the Big Bad Werewolf book. That's not a monster romance. Okay, hang on. Let me go to my library first to see if there's anything in there that I want to read. And then we'll go to my monster romance list. Claimed by Cthulhu. I've been thinking about that book because it's very summery. But do I want to read it? I don't know. There's also The Stone in the Star by Gillian Graves, which I think is a gorgeous cover. I would include that in Monster. On the Care and Keeping of Orcs. Okay. I love Castleshire. I want to read this book so badly. Okay, we're gonna do that one. We're gonna do On the Care and Keeping of Orcs. Okay, one more spin to make this a full 10 book TBR. As if I'm gonna read all of these. I will try. I'm doing my best every single time. Oh, again, it wants me to read an arc. I don't want to read another arc. I do have some, but I actually only have 2 for September, and I'm kind of loving that, so I don't want to read any more arcs. We're gonna spin one more time, just because I want to. Paranormal! Okay, this is perfect, because to me, that means I can read Goldie and the Big Bad Werewolf like I wanted to read. So we're putting it on there. It's gonna be Goldie and the Big Bad Werewolf. Ever since I saw this cover, I've been just dying to read it. It's epic. It is so epic, and even if I hate it, I kind of want to buy it for my shelves because I just want to like have really beautiful covers on my shelves, but also books that I love. So I don't know. I need to have like one shelf that is just like beautiful covers, even though I may not like the book. Okay, so there's my TBR, all 10 books. Hopefully I get through them all. Is that 10 books? I think so. That's 5 and 5. Oh, plus our war book. Okay, it's more than 10, but you know what? Screw it. So I don't know what to do for my August TBR. I know I have an announcement video coming this month. I have to remember what date to put that on. Clearly we have the traditional videos that I'm gonna do, like my wrap up, my new releases, and my TBR, which we're doing my TBR right now. What do you know? And the other ideas that I have, okay, I need your help with one idea. One idea I have is fantasy romance author royalty. So like picking authors that would be like the queens, like this is gonna be a matriarchy, so the queens of fantasy romance, which I think would be obviously SJM and J Law, and then like who's gonna be the princesses, who's gonna be like the, what do they call them, the grandma, not the grandma, but like the old queen, like who would be the original OG fantasy romance before SJM, you know what I mean? And then who would be the jester, who would be the ladies, the lords and the ladies. You tell me in the comments below, maybe you can help me out with this video, what authors you would consider it to be fantasy romance royalty and the role that they would be in, okay? Because this is the idea that I had, and I think I can turn it into a video. I'm pretty sure we can follow through on this one. Other videos that I'm thinking of doing this month, I do have a list of pet companions, so I have that video coming soon. You let me know if you want to see that one as well. What other ones do I have? I do lists all the time, like so many lists. Oh, one that I'm gonna do that I decided to save my repot for is the booktube real talk tag. So I think while I answer the questions for the booktube real talk tag, I'm going to repot my plants. That's directly the video that I'm gonna do next. But I can't do it right now because I don't have the soil. So I need to get soil, and then I can do that video later this week. And then, yeah, I think that's it for like my like major ideas that I have for August. Let me know if any of those sound good to you. They're kind of the ones that I'm thinking of now. If there's another video you want me to do, let me know. I'll fit it into the schedule. But okay, I think we've completed the reset. We've checked off all of our to-dos, and that's it. Thank you for joining me today. It was a little hectic, but I enjoyed it. It's nice to get a little cleaning done and talk about the future for this month. So thank you as always. I'll see you next time. Bye.